morning. My friend's call me Jelly, and this is my keto channel, Fat to Keto. It is about 11 o'clock here. It is nice and sunny, so we are outside on my porch today. I so far have had my perfect keto collagen powder drink, which I'm totally addicted to. I cannot decide if the chocolate or vanilla is my favorite. I have about 2 of those a day. One always first thing in the morning, and one normally around 1 or 3, and then that's the last coffee for the day. I did my weigh-in today, and I'm gonna pull it up to make sure I get the numbers perfectly correct. Yesterday I made the mistake of using notes that I wrote, and I kept saying it was my day 12 when it actually was day 11. Today is day 12 of my ketovore diet. And like day 648, I think, of keto diet. So today I weighed in at 195.6. Went up 2 ounces yesterday, but that's okay because I dropped a total of 1 pound and 2 ounces today. Or from the day before, since I went up yesterday, the 2 ounces. So it's all back off and more. So I am really excited. I hope yesterday's video explained enough of what I eat in a day. I also hope this isn't too blurry because it's so cold inside versus outside. I'm having trouble with the lens fogging up. I thought I waited long enough, but at least on my end it looks like it's still fogging. But a lot of people did want to know what I eat on a daily basis and what I allow in mine. So I made the video yesterday hoping I was easy to follow. It's a pretty easy, simple plan. I plan on after day 14, probably that night, making a little slideshow of what I eat every day for the 14 days. It basically just have what I ate, the little pictures of meals. That's all basically it'll have. And then maybe how much weight each day I went down or something in it. I don't know. I'll be creative and see what I can do. It won't have pictures of my coffee because I never take pictures of my coffee. I always put them in traveling mugs because I like them to stay very hot. So I do own a lot of really cute normal mugs, but it doesn't keep them hot long enough because I drink it slowly. I love it so much I don't want to just gulp it down and be without it. You might hear a little tinging noise every once in a while. It is the squirrels. They have decided that they are going to get into the bird feeders. And yeah, there's quite a few over there trying to eat all the bird seed away from the poor little birdies. But today I've been doing laundry so far. I don't have much planned. If it stays this sunny, which I doubt, it's supposed to rain this afternoon, my plan is to get in the pool if it stays this sunny. We will see. That is why we are out here, because it is beautiful right now and it has been really nasty lately. Tonight I might just do leftovers because I still have steak left and I still have a little bit of that tiny meatloaf left. I might just combine that for dinner. I don't know. It's 11 o'clock and I'm already hungry. I have not been getting hungry until after 1 lately. Especially yesterday I never actually got hungry, but I forced myself to eat around 1. So I will probably definitely be eating my 2 eggs and bacon by 12. I'm not sure if I'll do a sausage patty or not. I'm really happy with my weight loss. I ended up last night eating almost 6 ounces of the steak and 2 tablespoons of the sour cream, and afterwards I was still a little hungry and ate a Baby Bell. My calories were under 1400, right under. My fats and protein hit my app perfectly on, well, okay, they went over 10 by 10. But as I said before, a lot of people on ketovore do not track those kind of macros. My carbs have hit between 4 and 5 every day since I started this. And that is from my coffees because of the heavy whipping cream. And of course there is, out of 2 eggs, it's under 2 carbs. So that is counted too each day. But I am very pleased to say those 14 pounds mostly probably came out of my stomach because I've lost almost 3 inches, and right above my belly button, I call my tire area, it's the biggest part of my stomach. I mean, it was so big when I started. Those little body measuring tapes couldn't even tell me. It was over 60 inches, and they only go to 60 inches, at least the ones I owned. I don't know if they make them bigger, but yeah, so I don't know how many inches for sure my stomach was when I first started, because it was more than 60 inches. But now I have dropped 3 more inches, I think it was, on it. I will retape in a little bit and write it down for sure. I was just so excited. I didn't even think about you know, writing it down or anything. And it wasn't necessarily what the tape said. It was more as I'm putting on clothes like this shirt that I couldn't get past that part of my stomach at all 2 weeks ago. So it's made me really excited, and it's completely loose on me. I've really lost in inches, probably more inches than the actual weight. I mean, the weight's amazing. I mean, to lose 13 pounds, well, almost 14 in 11 days, because this is the beginning of day 12, so it doesn't count. It's really insane to me. Like, I just can't believe I did it. Now, I have lost 43 pounds in 7 weeks before, but it did not fall off like this. Like, it went up just a tiny bit, those 2 ounces yesterday, but I'm down those 2 ounces plus another pound. So I'm happy and I'm good. So we are going to continue this and see what happens. Last night, my boyfriend kept talking about nachos, kept talking about all this bad stuff. And I had spent the whole day in my mom's house, which has every cookie, chip, any kind of carb, sugar, junk food you can think of, without eating any of it, without even eating any of my keto snacks that's hiding over there. So I thought I did pretty good. But I think if I was there with him, I might have cheated for those nachos. They're like my weakness, and that's all he kept talking about. I wanted to strangle him. But when I start switching back and forth from ketovore and regular keto, because I plan on intermixing them back and forth, especially when I hit my goal weight, I prefer to just be keto if possible, because hopefully that AC is not too loud, it just kicked in. But I prefer to make recipes and have fun cooking, and yes, this is very cheap and very easy, and it simplifies my life and gives me no dirty dishes. But being creative with food is one of my passions. I love coming up with new dishes, and I don't have that option right now. Not really. This might be great for you or someone else to do for the rest of your life, but this, I do love my normal keto. Do I feel better on this? Yes. But I am hoping stuff from my regular life of keto will not be issues for me, because I'm basically doing this to wipe the slate clean and slowly add stuff back in to see what is stalling me, what is making me sick. So I'm hoping some of my favorite things is not an issue. So we will see. Cucumbers and bell peppers are major things on my list of wanting to see if I can eat it. I'm pretty sure I'll be okay with mushrooms, but that's gonna go in by itself too, just to see what happens. I plan on every time introducing a new food into my diet to go 3 or 4 days and see what happens with them, unless I spike quickly. If my weight starts to go up quickly, it will be pulled right back off before those 4 days. And then adding other ones, but I won't continue to eat the ones I was eating during that time. I'm going to give them their own little space. So if I eat cucumbers and bell pepper at the same time, I don't know if it's because I mix them together or if bell pepper is the issue. So I'm gonna give them their own time so I can figure out what I can and can't eat, because I really want to make a mock nacho like I've already come up with it in my head. I still gotta come up with the cheese better, because all cheese sauces, at least the ones I've seen so far, has too many different chemicals or way too many carbs in them. So I am good at making sauces. I just gotta figure out how to make a nacho sauce that actually will have the texture and taste of nacho cheese. Or find a good keto one out there somewhere, if anyone's made it. If anyone knows of one, please let me know. I'm also going to do a mock chili, if I can have the tomatoes, and use mostly chicken broth as the base though, adding just a little bit of tomatoes into it. I have a recipe I've already come up with in my head. I think it will taste pretty good, but I will probably have to tweak it just to see. And then I was just going to use those cheddar crisp whisk thingies, probably for my chips, or make my own. I am so in love with the nacho cheese, the chili, and the sour cream. I technically don't need any chip part. Like, I wouldn't even need that. I just eat a bowl of chili with some nacho cheese and some sour cream and maybe some lettuce and be the happiest person in the world. And my black olives. Forgot about the black olives. So yeah. So even though right now I am doing ketovore, I am still coming up with recipes and meal plans for my keto lifestyle, because I do love my normal keto lifestyle. But I am in love with the weight loss of this one and how cheap it is. No thinking either. So I don't know. That's why I'm thinking about mixing them up. And even mixing dirty keto in the future, but no time soon. I'm going to allow my weight and my body and the way I feel to predict which way of keto I stay with or go with that day or the next day. The one thing I love about keto is there is multiple ways of doing it. It's not just like you do it this way only and that's it. Now some people can only do it certain ways to lose weight. I maintain or bounce up and down 5 to 10 pounds on almost any kind of keto, but I never go past the 10 pounds, and usually it's just water weight, and usually it's because I didn't track good enough, or there were some hidden carbs, or sometimes I'm like, well, I think I just had half a bell pepper when in reality I might have had a whole. So that's usually the problem when I go up too far. I've never gone past gaining 10 pounds at any given point, other than the 7-month weird stall I had. I jumped back and forth through 30 pounds. No clue how, why, what. Still don't know what all happened there. But I use Carb Manager now. I try to keep my calories around 1400. Some days I have gone to 1800 on this version and still lost all the weight, had no issues. I'm dropping weight on those days. I do know the closer to 1200 or less, I don't, or I go up 2 pounds, or only lose 4 ounces. The days I'm losing a pound or more is the ones that I was closer to 1700. So my body just might be freaking out when I drop that low. The 43 pounds in the 7 weeks, I was only doing about 600 to 800 calories a day because I was doing 1 meal a day. But I was always hungry and I felt miserable. But I am glad I got that weight off. I just wish I had found this back then, and then I wouldn't have had to been miserable, hungry, and no energy, and ended up getting really sick at the end of it. So I am not a person who says don't do dirty keto. Hey, you want to do dirty keto, more power to you if it works for you. I did in the beginning, dirty lazy keto, lost a lot of weight in the beginning doing it. Then it stalled me out and I couldn't do it no more. But I love those low carbs shells and all the things. I love not having to read and check for ingredients and care about any of that. But my inflammation in my body was still in the 20s when I was doing dirty keto, which was pretty amazing because, Spam callers. Gotta love them. Which was pretty amazing because I did start off around the 40s with my inflammation, my CRP. But once I went to total carbs and clean keto only, it dropped down to a 4. And that's pretty amazing. That's where I want it to be. So that makes me happy. That's what doing clean keto did for me. Plus it's helped me drop a lot of weight and feel better and not have all my migraines I was always having. But I do have to say, when you're around a bunch of people and they're eating and talking about this yummy foods and you're doing ketovore, it can be hard. So especially when they're doing fast foods a lot and restaurant foods, because I can't go into a restaurant and trust them not to put monosodium glutamate in my food. I can't trust them to use anything other than salt and pepper. Because they do. And even if they say they don't, if it was frozen chicken strips or something like that, 9 times out of 10 in the factory they put maltodextrin or something in it, like at Chick-fil-A. So I haven't had any fast food at all, no burgers, no nothing, since day 2. Because day 1 I did eat actually, it might have been day 3 that I haven't had, because day 1 and 2 I think I had McDonald's double cheeseburgers with just and it cut off on me. I really hate how it only records 16 minutes at a time. But as I was saying, I think the first 2 days I did have double cheeseburgers, no bun, with the onions, pickles, and mustard and cheese from McDonald's. But since then, I've gotten really into it, done a bunch of research, and I wanted to get the most bang for my buck. So I have not had any kind of fast foods at all, just to make sure that it's only salt and pepper going into my meats. But yeah, I probably ramble a lot for y'all, so sorry. But I think I might go to the movies tomorrow. Today's laundry day. Hate laundry day. But as I was saying, I'm really happy that I've gotten into the shirt. It is crazy loose. I wish I was better at adjusting the camera because I could really show y'all. Let me see. Alright, so you can't see my face, but you can see how loose it is on me. And believe it or not, 11 days ago, it wasn't. I could not pull, because this part down here is tight, I could not pull this over this part of my stomach, because this part of my stomach was always huge and jutting out. And I'll try to see if I can find a picture of it, but I seriously doubt it. I'm going to raise y'all up. Let me see. But I seriously doubt I can find a picture, because I still haven't been that comfortable with the way I look until recently. There we go, that's a little better. So, but yeah, maybe you can see in the other videos, I'm not sure, but it has been a huge difference. If you're having a stall and you're thinking about trying those eggs and beefs fast for like 3 to 5 days, I recommend trying this. It gives you more choices. You're not limited to eggs, cheese, and you're not limited to a schedule. Like, I think every time you eat an egg, you have to eat a certain amount of fat and a certain amount of cheese. Like, every egg, it might, I don't know, every egg's an ounce of cheese. I don't know. It's something weird like that. And beef and butter is weird like that. And I tried them in the beginning. They never worked for me. I can't eat that many eggs in a day without feeling sick in the first place. And same with hamburger meat if I'm eating any kind of vegetables within a few days of it. So this works for me. It's still the same concept. You're eating protein and fat only, really. You do not have to drink the collagen powder. I'm doing it because I want my skin and hair to look good, and I love the taste of it, and that gives me 2 times a day. It's like I'm getting a treat. It's not crazy sweet though at all, and I miss my Zita's little drinks and stuff like that. I'm not even having my Zip Fizz. I think the first day I had a Zip Fizz, and I haven't had one since because there's so much stuff in it, and and yeah, I was trying not to. I will be trying after the 14 days to see what a Zeta, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but basically it's stevia sodas. So I will try one of those because I have one that none of them put caramel in it. They don't put anything bad in them. Basically the one I want to try is the Mountain Dew one that I like. It's just some stevia and some carbon, and basically that's it. So I will probably on after day 14 or something try one of those and see what happens, because I would like to add one of them in, and I'm already having some of those ingredients anyways. Other than the carbon, I'm having those ingredients in my coffee each day, so we will see if the carbon does anything to me or not. But this is a great cheap way to break a straw. And maybe live the rest of your life. I've been watching a lot of people who went on it just for a 10-day challenge, and here it is 6 months to a year later and they are still on it. And some of them, one person I met, she was a vegetarian for most of her life, but she was always sick and had a lot of gut issues, and she tried carnivore, and I think it's a year later and she's still on it and love it and won't do anything else ever again. Because she feels amazing. She's extremely healthy. She doesn't work out at all, and she's got definitions in her stomach and everything, and it's weird. Like they say, where did it come from? I didn't do sit-ups. I didn't do anything. So, but on vegetarian, they were all poofy and always feeling sick. So I'm not knocking vegetarians if that's the way you want to live, but I believe plants are my enemy, at least right now, because the difference is dramatic. But I'm going to stop rattling, and around 12, which is in like 30 minutes, I'm going to cook me some eggs and bacon and probably throw a little ½ ounce of Gouda cheese up in there. I decided not to do the sausage again this morning just to make sure, because that one day that I went up 2 ounces, did not lose any weight. The only difference was I did have about 6 ounces or so of ground pork that day, and maybe that was the issue. My calories weren't up that day because I had less coffees. I switched things up that the calories would be the same, the fats would be the same, the proteins the same, but I went up 2 ounces. So not sure if that had anything to do with it or not. I will try it probably again tomorrow, but I want to see if I go down some tomorrow morning. So we're just gonna do the bacon and eggs, what I know seems to work every morning. But yeah, so I hope everyone is having a lovely day, and I will see y'all in just a little while. Okay, we are outside once again. It is about 2 o'clock. I have had my 2 eggs with heavy whipping cream cooked in Kerrygold butter with 5 pieces of my microwave bacon, and I have had my last cup of coffee for today with my 2nd scoop of my keto collagen powder stuff. So this is why we are on here right now. I got my keto box in today. Usually I don't get the cart and box so close together, so that's new. I have to say this one weighs a lot more. The other ones seem to weigh like nothing. Of course, you always get little pamphlets in them. So this one has a Primal Numbs Mud Cake Chocolate one as well. We got this in the other box too. So I can't eat it right now, but I will in the future. We also got what's called pork clouds. Never heard of anything like this before. 0 carbs, ingredients, pork skins, olive oil, salt, rosemary, sea salt. So right now I can't have these because it has rosemary. We got, I get this a lot in these. I have never yet to try them. I probably will be taking these with me on my trip though. I don't know if it's gonna focus in on this. I really suck at trying to focus in on these things. But it's just a little creamy peanut nut butter. Then we got Nick Sticks, 100% grass-fed beef. 10 protein, 120 calories, 0 sugars, no artificial coloring, soy, MSG, nitrates or nitrites. Let's see. Grass-fed beef, water, sea salt, and its spices, of course, which has celery, mustard, a whole list of crap that I can't have right now. But I will be taking this on the trip because on the plane, I'm not going to have too many choices. Unless someone else does carnivore and can tell me what I could make that would last and not spoil for 12 hours, I will take any help I can get. Crazy nuts, garlic, parmesan, all natural walnuts. I don't eat walnuts, period. Never liked them. They always go to my mom, and she seems to like them, so we'll give these to her and see if she likes them. I do love these bars. The vanilla is my favorite though. They changed the chocolate, I think. It seems to be smaller and it looks more chocolatey. I haven't tried them though since it's been changed. Then this came in a box last month as well. Or the other box, one of the two. But I've had this before, but I actually haven't tried it yet. And I do want to try those. I'm not even trying to say most of these names. So we have a tangerine and wild strawberry. That sounds amazing. Ingredients: carbonated, mineral water, natural flavors is all it says. I'm not really sure what that means. So we're not trying that yet. And I love these little babies. The cinnamon is my favorite to die for. They are very expensive. I never buy them because of that reason, but I really love these things, which it's gonna have to wait. What else? A keto coffee. So ingredients: coconut oil powder, MCT oil, sorry, my alarm is going off, MCT oil powder, coconut powder, instant organic coffee, natural flavors, salt, stevia extract, milk dividend. I might be able to try this right now because these look like the ingredients that's in the protein powder that I've been taking anyways. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I might actually try this one soon. After my 14 days though. Now, what is this? Hopefully it's a sugar-free ketchup because that's what my daughter loves and we run out of it very fast. It's a barbecue sauce one. We eat the ketchup from this brand, so I can't wait to be able to try this. Hopefully I'll be able to once I start putting stuff back in my diet. Oh, 2, 3, 2. So, what's the serving size? 2 tablespoons is 2 net carbs. So, it's the same as Hughes or whatever barbecue sauce. 1 per tablespoon, basically. 1 carb per tablespoon. But that is it for this box. I am pleasantly happy with what's in it. Some of my favorite things are in it that cost too much for me to ever buy. These boxes are not cheap though. They are $40 a month. I get them so I can try things and make a list of things I like and see how my blood sugar works on them before I go out and try to buy a bunch of them. I have bought quite a few things that I've tried in them. I love most of the beef sticks and this little beef bar thing that came a couple boxes back. So I keep subscribing right now to them, even though I'm not eating this kind of stuff at this moment. I do not, as of right now, do not plan to spend every day of my life on a ketovore diet. I plan on doing normal keto, and then back and forth, just back and forth. And we'll see when I hit my goal weights which diet allows me to feel good and maintain my weight and not feel so restricted. So yeah, like I said, this is day 12 and I will come back to y'all when I figure out what my dinner will be. But it's about 2 o'clock. Time for me to start getting ready to go pick up my brat. But I hope everyone's having a good day. Hello, it's about 8:30 at night. I got a new puzzle today of 1,000 pieces and I kind of lost track of time. Yeah, I've been doing it for hours. I did stop to cook my daughter some food in the oven, and then I just had some cold steak from yesterday, about 6 or so ounces of it, and a little Baby Bell cheese, and a coffee at MCT coffee earlier. So usually during the day my weight goes up about 2 pounds every day and then it falls off plus another one. Today my weight's gone up 3 pounds because I did just weigh myself, so hopefully that is not an indication that I'll go up in weight tomorrow, so we will see. There was something else I was going to tell y'all, but the puzzles erased my mind. So I hope everyone has a lovely day, which will be Tuesday for y'all, and it was my Monday, and I will catch y'all tomorrow.